You don't realize it, but the lies that people are living in are killing them, and their children, and their friends, and others. They don't realize it because they've been living this life and not realizing they're living in lies. If you have a child that's male, but you force it to be female, that's a lie. You're forcing a child to live a lie. Therefore, you've killed the child. You have killed the male in the male to force it to be female when it's not. And so you have conflict. The child doesn't understand why it is the way it is, male or female, female or whatever. And you end up with a dead child. Abortion, is that women's health? No, that's a lie. It's murder. It's murdering life. Life that's in a woman's womb. Murder. How about the border is secure? Is that the truth? The government's trying to tell you that. No, it's a lie. And then how does that happen? How does that kill? How does that bring death? Well, let's see. Fentanyl, gangs, gangsters. If you notice that most of the people coming across the border are military-aged young men, which means, who knows? And then you've got the defund the police, which Harris's VP choice is a defund the police person from Minnesota. And if you would have seen some of the peaceful protests that were going on in different states around the country, and they had reporters standing in front of cars burning, stating it's mostly peaceful protests. Was that the truth? No, that was a lie, because it was violent riots, and that destroyed property, causing stress, higher insurance rates, and other such things, which is killing Americans. You see, the more you watch the media, the more you're lied to. The more you're lied to, the more you tend to believe it. So, they say you have to accept everyone. You have to accept the gays, lesbians, transgenders, the violent, the ignorant, the arrogant, all of them. It doesn't matter. And a problem with that is the media that you listen to, they push prejudice. They say, oh, well, he hates blacks. Well, how do they know? Do they live in his head or her head? Do they know what the thoughts are of that person? When in fact, there probably is no prejudice in that person. But they want to push the prejudice narrative to cause division in the country. So, is it true or is it a lie that there is great prejudice in this country? No, there's not. The media simply tries to make it appear as though we're living in the 1700s, where there was slavery. That's not how it goes. And another problem with that is now you have black kids thinking they are entitled to everything. Get a gun, you can get it. You can get anything you want. Is that the truth, or is that a lie? That's a lie. That lie can bring death. Death in many ways. And it's ridiculous, because the people of this country, they should be able to discern, but they can't, because they have been fed the lie after lie after lie in order to get them to believe the lie, so that the media can keep lying and the people will keep buying it, so that the people will die. They push the idea that sex is it. That's it. You're looking for sex. That's all. You don't need a job. You don't need to eat anything. You don't need a car. You need sex. All you need is sex. Sex will get you through life. It's the greatest thing of life, and it will sustain you through anything. That is a lie. And they say that there are certain things that don't affect the human. Movies, they don't affect the human mind. Yes, they do. They are violent. Most movies have violence in them. Even animated movies have violence in them. They're violent, or they are sexual. Does that mean that sex is the best thing in the world and we should just live in sex? No. If that were true, then women would just lay down on the sidewalks everywhere, spread their legs, have sex, and just lay there some more and wait for the next guy to come along and have sex with them. That's not how it works. That's the way the media makes it out to be, that women should just bow down to men and just have sex, 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 sex. And it really makes me sick, because they say that there are sex offender laws, but yet they will push pornography everywhere. Okay, how are we supposed to control sex when you're selling sex everywhere? Any kid can get a hold of it, get onto any platform, really, well, except for the ones that have got integrity and moral values. You can find sex. You can find all kinds of sex. What about OnlyFans? What about those girls? I feel sorry for them, because they have lost life. They're dead. They are dead. They don't know what it's like to live. They don't know what it's like to be loved. Love is the greatest gift that was given to us by God. And He proved it by sending His Son to die for us, every last one. Will you accept life, or will you live in death? God is willing to forgive. That's why Jesus died on the cross. That is truth. And that brings life.